Okay, this is take 2. Remember how I said I don't do very well talking by myself to a camera? But for some reason I can talk to anybody else and run my mouth off at 1,000,000 times a minute. But for some reason I get afraid of being by myself in front of the camera. All right, today we're going to talk about real estate trends and why I believe that not only are we currently in a real estate downturn, but we're going to continue to see that downturn. With that said, I'm not a professional when it comes to giving advice for money. So please take this as educational only, but I'm going to share with you my experiences and how I called the 2007 or 2008 crash. I called it 2007 because by 2007, everything was crashing. It just takes a while for 99% of the economy to catch up and go, oh crap, we're in trouble. So this is what I like to do. There's always a band of the median income for every county, every city in the country. Everybody in whatever market you're in makes a certain amount, right? There's some people that make $1 million a year. There's some people that make $10,000 a year. What you want to find is the median income, because that is going to be the most amount of buyers that are going to be in the market that you're looking to buy or sell into. In that band, in that median income, you want to look at a healthy economy being anywhere from using 1/3 of their income for rents or for mortgages, and you don't want to see it any more than 2/3 of their income being used for rents or mortgages. And this is why now I've got an amazing, talented group of people working on my graphics, me. So here they are. So what I like to show people is this: when you're about to buy or sell real estate, and you're either looking to buy and go, this might be a good opportunity to buy low and sell high a few years later, or you might be holding on to something and you go, you know what, this might be the time to sell. This is how I like to judge it. You find your median income for your market. When the average mortgage or rent starts to cost upwards of 2/3 of a person's income, you know you have hit the top of the market. And this is why. That top third left that isn't being used on rents or mortgage has to be set aside for normal expenses, vehicle expenses, food, utilities, things like that. And some people still do save in this country. However, it is very small. That's another indicator you're going to want to look at, is the savings rate for the nation, the savings rate for a state. It's a lot of research, but you can actually dig down and get some real good numbers. A healthy market is a market where 1/3 of the average income is going towards rent or towards a payment. The reason why I say it's healthy is because it has a lot of room to grow and for the market to actually get more expensive. And as an investor, that's really important. You want to be able to buy in a market, let's say, where the average income is $2,500 a month and the average mortgage or rent is around, let's say, $800 a month. Because that means there's a lot more disposable income left from every household to buy goods and services in that town. Not only that, there's that much more money that they can actually use per month when they want to go out and buy a newer home or go from renting to buying their first home. And they have more disposable income to be able to use towards that payment. That actually causes real estate to be bid up. Now, there's two things that happen when real estate starts to push upwards from that 1/3 to 2/3 mark. You have interest rates that are constantly going up and down. All throughout our history, interest rates never stay the same. In a healthy market, usually an interest rate of around 7% is the sign of a healthy market. Goods and services are being moved back and forth, and we can still have growth in our economy. Problem is right now you're starting to see the lowest interest rates in our country's history because of the downturn in 2008, the Great Recession. They had to drop them to be able to spur growth. The problem is they can't keep them low up forever, because what it does is it causes money to be printed, and it causes artificial growth, and we need to bring the interest rate up to bring value to our dollar and to our trade. So that's one thing you need to look at. Since interest rates have gone from federal funds rate, I think bottomed at 1/4 to 0.5% to now I think we're sitting between 2 and 2.5%. And I'm making this video the day after the rate hike of December 2018. You know that borrowing money costs more. So every time it goes up 0.25% or 0.5%, that's that much more monthly cash flow that someone is going to have to use to go towards just the interest payment. Okay, so that's starting to get the cackles on your neck to lift up and go, oh, maybe something's going on here. The other thing is price inflation. Along with interest rates rising, we have normal price inflation, and that's becoming more and more astoundingly obvious lately. And I'll give you an example. I just went into my local Walmart and I saw a jar of generic mayonnaise, a normal size jar, for $4. Now, last year, I know that jar cost less than $3. You've all seen the prices of fuel go up, and I get it. People say, just like interest rates, yeah, but they're still low. It's still low compared to what it used to be. The problem is, yes, it's still low as compared to what it used to be. The problem is all the assets around you have almost doubled in price. In 2008, a brand new pickup truck, a diesel full-size truck, would cost between $45,000 and $55,000. Now it costs almost $70,000. Going out to dinner has doubled in price almost. You're even seeing portion sizes getting small. So price inflation definitely plays into it. Right now, we're seeing a historic amount of money of everybody's income going instead to savings or to recreation. We're starting to see that fall off a cliff, and it's going to consumer staples. We can prove this by just watching Amazon and other companies coming out with their 10Q and their quarterly filings and showing that people aren't spending their money on as many drones or as many video games as they were last year. They're now spending it more towards specific items that they need, like clothing and food. So I wanted to get this information out to you. I know it's down and dirty, and again, I'm getting to know what it's like to put myself out there on video and to learn how to talk to you without stuttering like an idiot. But I wanted to show you that just simple basic concept of knowing when a market's starting to get overheated, and it's definitely getting overheated right now. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.